What's up, YouTubers, or as my service Paul posse? This is Ty and Brianna Roseberry, and we're just chilling. Um, I want to thank everyone for subscribing, and let's see if we can get more. So I'm going to challenge you on how to get more how I can get more subscribers, and I can make more videos. And yes, Ty is going to be coming to school with me this year. It is my senior year, and I am very excited because ever since I was little, um, I wanted to bring my service dog to school. But I'm gonna tell you the story of Lucy. So this is how it goes. When I was about in sixth or seventh grade, I had a I had trouble making friends, and I was being bullied a lot, and I was very upset all the time, and I didn't know how to live. I couldn't understand things. And then one day I found a flyer on a Piggly Wiggly billboard, and if you don't know what that is, it's like a giant eagle or a Food Lion or a United, either one. It's like one of those convenience stores that's like not like Walmart, but like cheaper. So, um, but I found one, and it was a free cattle dog. And I called the lady, and I was like, "Hey, can you drop off this dog? It's time with my parents." Yada yada yada. Skipping forward, it's told me I could not keep the dog because I did not tell them that I was getting the dog. So what happened was, is it got them thinking. Hold on just a second. It got them thinking, hey, we should get her a service dog. Not a service dog, not yet. Hey, we should get her a dog. So then one day, my dad came running into the house, and I'm sitting in my room. I just got in trouble. I was crying, and my dad runs into my room and says, "Get up, let's go." And I was like, "Oh no, where am I going?" And he got the whole family, and then we went to the pound. Well, or people call it the shelter, and we found two dogs. Well, three dogs. There was a black lab and two red fox labs. Well, Lucy was one of the red fox labs, and she looked beautiful. And skipping backwards before the story, I had a imaginary friend named Lucy. And this is no joke. I had an imaginary friend named Lucy because I used to watch Hello Lucy with my great grandma, and I liked the name, so I named my imaginary friend Lucy. And so I'd sit on the swings and I'd push Lucy all the time, and I'd talk to her. My parents thought I was talking to a ghost or something. They didn't know. But then, so skipping back to where we were at the shelter, before even knowing her name, this they brought Lucy out, and I said, "This is Lucy." And I've always, even before I knew her name, I said, "That's my dog." And so we ended up getting Lucy, but there was another dog there. His name, we named him Chance because he was found in a cornfield, and he looked like I think he was a hunting dog before he came to us. I really don't know, but anyways, they we went and got both of them because my parents wanted him, I wanted Lucy, and I had a fixation with girl dogs at that point. So yada yada yada. We got Lucy and Chance, and they were the best dogs. I remember the second day after I got Lucy, she loved me so much that I went inside and I had her chained up to the swing set, and she had one of those breakaway collars, and she pulled so hard on that collar, she broke away from it and ran straight to me. So then I knew that was the start of a good friendship. So then she'd follow me around and she'd sleep with me and she did everything with me. Then my parents thought, hey, we should make her a service dog. Because I found about service dogs whenever I saw one in public and I wanted one because I really did need one. I have lots of disabilities, but they do not define me. But so Lucy went to PetSmart basic training, and she went there, and then she finally passed, and then we moved to Pennsylvania because they had better schooling systems, and I hated it there. I wanted to go back to North Carolina where it was warm, not helping that we moved there in the dead of winter. We got into Pennsylvania on Halloween Day, so it was just getting cold there. Um, and I hated it. And then we moved back about 5 months later, and she stopped eating. I thought Lucy missed Pennsylvania because she loved the snow. Well, she wouldn't eat, and we took her to the vet, and the vet couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. And they said, well, we might have to cut her open because she'd lost 20 pounds in a week, and because she wasn't eating, we had to shove food down her throat. We had to tube feed her, all this. She wasn't eating, she wasn't walking, and they said they're gonna have to cut her open. And we thought, no, we can't cut her open, she won't make it. We just thought she was very sick. So we took her to a second vet to get a second opinion, and I was always feeling, ever since we got back in Pennsylvania, I've been feeling these lumps in her chest. So I told the vet, hey, there's lumps in her chest, and they took a biopsy of it, and we were in the first store in the hallway, and the room that they took the biopsy was in the very back, and we can hear her yelping so loud, and I was crying, and it was so bad, and and then next thing you know, she comes back and she's like, well, bad news. Very, very bad news. She's got lymphoma. So young. So young. She's only 1 year old. And she got lymphoma. And at that point, I had this really, really horrifying of sadness facial expression. I was like, I'm gonna lose my best friend. She's gotten me through me so much. Like, I used to be really bad. I'd have fits. I'd have complete meltdowns. I'd punch and kick people. Whenever I got Lucy, I never had any fits anymore. I've always, my mom said that if I was bad, they were gonna take Lucy back, and so I behaved for Lucy, and then he said that we have 4 weeks with her. Well, we took her home, and we made her as comfortable as can, and one day, and I don't know how to deal with death, and so I sort of didn't hang out with her as much, and I rejected her, and this one day I was upset, and I went to lay down next to her, and then my friend was there, and she wanted to get up and go, and I was like, okay. So we went upstairs after I was bawling to my mom, Lucy's getting worse, and then Lucy was downstairs on one of her favorite blankets, and my brother Austin, comes running upstairs, and he's like, Lucy's having shaking spasms, and I was like, could it be a seizure? And so I run downstairs, and she's shaking, she's foaming from the mouth, and she releases all her bowels, and I pick up her head, and I tell her, don't leave me, you can't leave me. And then she looked at me, winced, looked at my hand, and I saw the life go out of her eyes, and I told her, it's okay, I guess, you can go, be happy. And so I told her she can go, and then it was just really sad and stuff. Well, then I did the thing again. When I went and bought another dog off Craigslist, and it killed my guinea pigs. brutally murdered them. And then my dad got me Ty, and I wanted a big girl dog so bad. And so my dad got me Ty, and I was like, he's a boy. And he's like, yeah? And it's like, I wanted a girl. So at first, I rejected Ty. And, but I still trained him like I was training Lucy, and he was very good, so he grew on me. He really did. He was like a wart that you couldn't get rid of. He was like just growing and growing on me. It's like growing like another growing like cancer in my heart, and just overtaking it, and then filling that hole where Lucy was, and it feels a lot better now. And ever since Ty was 8 weeks old, I have been training him, and now he is pretty much a fully trained service dog. He is very well behaved. He is looking at his ball, but he's helped me so much in the process of grieving with Lucy and getting better at school and all this. But lately, we have to go to the school board because they will not let me take Ty to school, and so we are fighting them, and they know that Ty is well behaved. Well, one of the teachers do, but they say that he pees everywhere, which he doesn't. There was we were at Glow Prom, and there was another service dog at Glow Prom, and she was my friend, and she has a service dog, and she went and told me one day on the bus, yeah, she had an incident in class and stuff and all this and classes and work, and so I don't know if it was her, but I know it wasn't Ty, and I know that we had a water bowl and they were both drinking out of it. So I don't know if the water bowl spilled or anything, but I know that Ty did not pee in the prom or Glow Prom. So, because Ty hasn't gone to the bathroom in the house in about in a couple years, so we know that he is good. But that's the story of Lucy and Ty wants down now, and Ty wants to play